Now, I know in Thailand, like trannies and the transsexual culture is really serious out there.
Very, very serious, honey.
And the surgeries with it too.
That's why I was saying earlier, Thailand is one of the places that's leading in plastic surgery because they do such good work for like sex change. Okay, Caitlyn Jenner should have went to Thailand. You know.
Are you being funny or serious?
No, I'm being dead ass serious. I'm not trying to be funny at all. I think she's great. And, you know, the things that she's been getting done and her transformation is coming along quite well. But I think that if she would have went to Thailand, she would have came back looking like Kim.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Now, I bring up the tranny culture because...
That's very popular these days.
That's very popular, and especially over there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And it's so popular.
It's very popular. Out there, they call them lady boys.
Right, I've heard that term.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, when it comes to lady boys, and is that a disrespectful term out there, or is that like a cool term out there?
I wouldn't say that it's a disrespectful term because I've heard people of this transgender people. I've heard them refer to themselves as lady boys before. So maybe some people are comfortable with it. Some people may not be, but it's a term that's thrown around pretty loosely. I don't think that it's one to offend someone.
Okay. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, I don't want to offend anybody watching this interview, but we'll say lady boys just because it's thrown loosely.
We're all for the LGBT community. I love it.
So the lady boys out there, I hear that it's hard to tell the difference out there in the streets.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, you can go right down to Miami and have a hard time telling the difference. Like, they got some hot ones down there too. They just do such a good job, and I'm all for people being whatever they want to be. If you're a boy and you want to be a girl, then do it. If you're a girl and you want to be a boy, then do it. If you want to be both, then do it. Whatever like floats your boat, I'm there for it. So
now I'm a guy, and some of those lady boys that you speak of, like when I've seen pictures of them in Thailand, it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah,
that
you're
it's
like,
a woman.
oh, that girl looks nice, and someone's like, no, it used to be a boy.
So you're a female. I'm a guy, and I'm looking at it, and it's hard for me to tell. You're a female, a woman, and you've had experience with plastic surgery. Is it hard for you to tell?
No, it's not hard for me to tell. I have friends that are in the trans community, you know what I mean? So for a woman, there's just things that we can spot that's easier than men because you guys have a certain eye, okay? The man of an eye is she hot? Does her fucking lips look nice? Is her tits sitting? Is her ass sitting? It's a girl. That's a lady. Fuck it. That's all. But women, we look at things like facial structure, cheekbones, jaw definition, Adam's apple, shoulder, masculinity. Like, we're looking at things with a different eye, so sometimes we can tell. But there's been times where I couldn't tell until the person like said something to me and told me. And so I think that's awesome that people have the skill to do such things. I think it's amazing.
I was just curious.
Yeah. And I'm not a tranny for anyone that's now like, oh my God, she's hot. Is she a tranny? I'm not a tranny. I'm a lady.
You've gotten that? Have you gotten that before?
From the haters. You know the haters. Like.
Why would they say that about you though?
Because they're mad. They're just upset. And I don't know why they're mad, but sometimes they're mad and they say whatever they feel like it. Obviously, I'm quite beautiful and I'm not a freaking tranny. I have birth certificates, you know, it is what it is. But I think that some insecure women say it because when you do look at some of the transgender ladies, they have so much work done and they look so radiant and beautiful. So when they see a lady who's actually born a woman and she's very radiant and beautiful and she has high cheekbones and her teeth are perfect, and when she looks too perfect, they try to say, oh, you're a tranny. You know, because obviously the transgender, they go and get their work done so they can look like a flawless woman, which is there's nothing wrong with that. So when they see a flawless woman, they try to throw the shade and call her a tranny and whatnot, but it's okay.
Now, have people said this to you in person, or is it like a social media
No one's ever said that to me in person. I only see those little trolls in the comments on Instagram. And sometimes when guys try to talk to me and then they get mad, they say, that's why you look like a tranny. And I'm like, but that's why you just asked for my number 15 seconds ago. But maybe you like trannies.
Okay. Yeah, my other question before this, but you kind of answered it. I was going to ask you about your quote. You said, don't be mad because I'm bad. I was going to ask you to.
Yes, honey, please do not be mad because I'm bad, okay? Because you can be as bad as you want to be, just like me or anyone else. So I just think that it's very negative when those girls come in the comments and they're like, oh, you're fake, you're plastic, your boobs are fake. And it just tickles me because I was there when I got them done. So when you say things to me like you're fake or you're plastic, I'm like, I remember, I paid. I was there for the whole thing, girl. Like, yes, I am.
So comments like that don't hurt you?
No. If a bitch calls me fake or plastic, she better hope she doesn't say it in person because I'll start spinning around in circles. I'll be like, yes, bitch, look at me. Like, I'll make her so upset. But in the comments, it's just funny to me. Like, how often do you see girls with work done go to a girl's page who doesn't have work and leave comments like, fuck you, you natural bitch. Fuck you for going to the gym and not getting lipo. You're so stupid. Do you ever see comments like that? No. So, I mean, it's just foolishness, you know. But people are going to say what they want. They're going to be who they want to be. But I don't think there's any reason to hate on anyone for anything. Girls that go to the gym, that have natural, amazing bodies and huge plump asses, I love them. More power to them. They're everything. Like, how did you get this amazing body? You didn't even have to get any work done. Like, praise to those women. And also praise to the girls who said, fuck that, I want to look like this, and I'm going to spend my hard-earned money, and I'm going to go get invested. So praise to them as well. I think everyone is just be who you want to be, whatever. Do what you want.